I think the beautiful gift that I had in my life was Sadhguru. In an 18 months period, I lost the 2 children, I lost the marriage, tax raids. I spent 3 weeks in jail. When in jail, I'd get Sadhguru calling twice a week. Hey, are you having fun out there?
Would you be a different person had Sadhguru not been in your life?
Greening like charity begins at home but should not end there. The whole universe is my target to green up. Here lies a man who lived responsibly and did the best he can to not be a burden on the Mother Earth, on the planet, and give back more than what he got.
Salam, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, Adab. I'm in a very, very beautiful place. Call it an oasis in the middle of Gurgaon. To some, it's a bird sanctuary. To some, it's a wildlife sanctuary. For sports enthusiasts, it's one of the best golf courses in India. It's a 9-hole golf course. I'm meeting an absolute dear brother of mine. I've known him for some time. You're going to love this conversation. I'm not going to give it up too much because I really want you to go through this episode to really know the grit, the grind, the perseverance. But most importantly, when we talk about conscious living, when we talk about eco-consciousness, this man lives it, breathes it every single day. You and I, we pause and we learn from him. He doesn't over-patronize anybody, but he's a beautiful man, he's a kind man. Geez, he's a billionaire, but what a beautiful soul. I am talking about my dear brother, Ashwani Khurana, and welcome to Karma Lakelands, Gurgaon. Ashwani, my brother, how are you doing? So nice to see you. So nice to see you. I just told them that you're gonna forget everything. You're gonna see the most beautiful and most kindest man this side of the Suez Canal. So nice to see you. Lovely.
Look at this is latest edition, the climate responsive art installation below 2 degrees.
So what does it signify?
The day the climate crosses 2 degrees,
Okay,
and it gets so hot,
got it.
this will collapse. It will melt and it will collapse.
Oh,
So it's going to perform what the planet outside is going to do.
so it's just representing what's...
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is a powerful environmental message.
And where did you get this kind of a...
Akash Ranisan, an art installation expert, he's written a book, I'm a Climate Optimist. We met him and it resonated what he does, and we got him to put this art together. Can you imagine 1,000 upcycled waste golf balls have gone into doing?
Also into making this?
Yes.
Beautiful.
These are found balls from the lake beds, and they've been put together. As the climate heats up, it's going to collapse.
No wonders. They, you know what? The society, in the inner circle of the society, you know what they call you? Chief Environment Optimist, Chief Eternal Optimist, Chief Energy Optimist, because you radiate that kind of stuff here. And it's so beautiful. And this is so unique and so innovative. And to your point, it will dissolve if it goes up to 2 degrees. Oh my God, this is a harsh reality.
So it works exactly the way our Mother Earth
is working.
demonstrate.
And it's no pressure. And I'm hoping everyone, please listen to this episode. It's really, really important. Someone who has lived, breathed, gave up everything only for eco-conscious and responsibility. Come, let's go. Thank you. Beautiful. Aye. Thank you.
Did you see Sadhguru's quote? Our lives become beautiful not because we're perfect. It becomes beautiful because we put our heart into whatever we do.
And you have a very special bond with Sadhguru, right? Yeah. Do you want to talk about it? What is that special bond?
Met him some 20 years ago in a program he was conducting. And he somehow took me in and we became one-on-one for more than 10 years. There have been times that we've been on the golf course 5 hours, just him and me. We have a record of Sadhguru playing some 54 holes of golf in one day out here.
And do you think, of course, you met him and you're kind enough to say that he embraced you, right? You are that energy person yourself. Do you think it worked both ways? What do you think?
It was his magnanimity.
And it's your magnanimity for you to accept it that way. But the fact is, and I've known you for some time now, right? And you are consistent in your expression about the ecology, the complete ecosystem. I haven't found anybody, at least people who I've met, right? Maybe I haven't met a lot of people, but at the same time, I know a lot of people and nobody lives and breathes the way you do.
And you know, when I breathe out, when I pop, I'm in no hurry to go. I've chosen a spot in this campus, non-development corner.
Wow.
Where I'll go 6 feet under, from soil to soil.
Kya baat hai. Kya baat hai.
I don't want to cause combustion when I leave.
Wow.
So I
and you will be pretty much one with nature. I love it.
One with soil.
मेरे को भी थोड़ा सा side में दे देना, please.
We have, actually, you didn't know it. Today I'm telling you, we have a club. It's called the 6 Feet Under Club.
Oh, wow.
And it has right now 6 signatories. We have a little bit extra space. We can make it 7.
100%. But I've always said...
I'll show you the place.
Oh, love.
My mother rests in peace there.
I was just going to tell about my mother, Ashwini, that I made a promise to my mother that my bedside will be next to her.
I'll be next to my mother.
Super.
And she's there already.
Kya baat hai. You know, we are born out of our mothers. And that's who we are. Super. I love it. But before we go from here, one or two, you know, when we were speaking about it earlier as well, multiple times, I said that I'm a very skeptical person, right? But Sadhguru resonates with me as well. Not for his altruism, but very plain talk. It just resonates with me. It may not resonate with a whole lot of people, that's their problem. But with me, it resonates. How has this friendship, kinship, further enhanced your outlook towards life?
One thing I've heard him say, and I experience it every day, is if I compare myself who I was some 20, 30 years ago, I must have been like 80% masculine energy and 20% feminine energy. Today, I'm at least 60% feminine energy. What's the difference between the two?
Correct.
These are not genders. These are energies. A typical masculine energy is the hunter-gatherer, fighter,
survivor.
Sometimes we call the real man,
Hanji.
the survivor, the provider to the family. And then there's the feminine energy.
The nurturer.
The nurturer, the beauty, the comparison.
The ethereal person.
Yeah. The sight, the sound, the smell.
So right.
The provider aside, this is the nurturer.
So right.
And that's the feminine side. A feminine energy like me would get into tears so easily.
And I have seen you tear up very often.
And his words, if you haven't experienced tears of love, joy, gratitude, of
life kya dekha tumne?
You're yet to taste life.
Love it.
And
love it.
I tell you, there's been a time in my life when all hell broke loose. Everything went wrong over a period of 18 months. those were the days I'd sit down for my meditation. 20-30 minutes later, when I open my eyes, my shirt is drenched in tears. It's all wet. Not tears of pain, but gratitude, bliss, love, whatever.
The tears of oneness.
Yeah.
You've accepted it all, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna
Acceptance is the big thing in life, isn't
so
it?
true. So true.
And my environmental thing I will share with you.
Hanji.
The man who got me passionate about trees
Hanji.
and the environment was the creator of the rock garden in Chamba.
The nation, of course. And you've spoken about him so many times with so much of fondness and so much of adulation, right? Yeah.
You know, so when I met him and I saw his place of beauty out of waste, I fell in love. It was my dream that one day I'll get a piece of land and request him to help me plant trees. And the day came in my life. And when we planted trees together, 6 months later, when I see the trees grow, I'm overwhelmed, like you see a child grow. So and that's how I ended up wanting to plant 10,000 trees every year. And land banking ensued. And here I am.
You know, I don't want to make the topic morose or little this thing, but the fact that when all of us are 6 feet under, this is my suggestion to you. Write something like this, the man behind the trees. And incidentally, that's who you are, the man behind trees in India. Seriously, beautiful. I love it.
Well, shall we go to my office?
Oh, absolute, with pleasure. So we were saying, you know, there is no better joy than to see that underserved life from wherever to that eventual glory that they'll receive. Then I question myself, ये fate है, ये destiny है, ये chance encounter है. You were there and through endowments even at ISH, I have seen not countless, but in the early hundreds of lives change forever. They came from Jharkhand, they came from Bihar hinterlands, and even that 7 lakhs that they earn today has completely changed their family. और ये कमाते थे 80,000 हाउस होल्ड इनकम, लाख रुपए. वही आज हाउस होल्ड जब 7 लाख में देख रहा हूँ, उनके बच्चे have better proteins. उन्हीं के बच्चे have a better talim. So, and 7 lakhs to the normal person outside will look very little. But from 1 lakh to 7 lakhs, because of opportunities, oh my God. And I think the generation changes. वो 70 crores ही होगा. By the time it completely changes. Beautiful. Come. Love your office. Oh, I just love this wife. This come here before? No, I haven't. First time. I love it. I love that. Look at that. Matlab.
So that's kind of me, a farmer kind of a person on a golf course.
And this can be interpreted either ways, right? कि मैं इधर क्या कर रहा हूँ या मैंने ये create किया है.
Despite the fact that
Whichever way you kind of look at it. And
this denotes simpleton.
Beautiful. I mean, who you are anyway.
And then there's a golf course.
I love it.
You can call it a dichotomy. You can call it a diversity.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And look at this. Again, are these commissioned ones? No. These are
just a collection.
pretty much which you kind of believe. Yeah. But it's beautiful. I love the...
This one is commissioned. Actually, not even a commissioned one. The artist who does these kind of forest trees is a good friend of ours. He saw on my DP this photograph.
Got it.
With my granddaughter. So he took inspiration from the photo. He likes to do forest. He knows I love trees. He put the two together and gifted to me.
मुझे एक चीज बताओ. Your oldest child is how old?
39.
And then you have a second child, 16?
30, no.
39,
37. Then there's a boy, 29, and a 16-year-old girl.
And a granddaughter who is?
And a granddaughter was 3 years.
Jeez, इसी में 4 generation हो गए तो आपके. Sorry to say, but how old are you actually?
64.
Oh, jeez, I love it. And you have seen all this so beautifully, but of course.
Yeah.
I know it's been a uphill struggle also for you.
Who does?
Yeah. No, but how it's remarkable story.
I have always put it this way, nobody dies a virgin. Life rapes you anyways. कुछ ना कुछ तो होएगा. Life will not spare you. It will grind you.
And someone said it very beautifully, that when a child is born, when the grandchild is born, right? The fact, any child, they are raw. And by the time we are 80, we are fully cooked,
Yes.
right? And why people give up on life? It's not for anything, because they have seen so much hardships, happiness, other spectrum of aspects. It's impossible. I don't want to.
Enough of it.
I don't want to chill out anymore,
Yeah.
right? And that's where they say you're fully cooked, right?
Yes.
I've seen it all. There's nothing more I want to see, because I don't want to endure any more pain.
Yeah.
And then you're one with the world. When the passing happens. So weird.
Then we look forward to Moksha.
Correct. And look to Moksha. Correct. We would love to know what Sadhguru thinks about this. What do you think?
About
Moksha and the concept.
It says, thousands of lifetimes of grind, later the soul is exhausted. It wants freedom.
Correct.
In other words, liberation. In other words, moksha.
So right, yeah. And I always wonder, no child chooses where he or she will be born.
Yeah.
You and I, no amount of money in the world, you and I cannot predict when we will pass. All we can do is in between, and whatever we do in between depends on eventually when we pass, do we have the bill of regret or we have the invoice of happiness?
I like the invoice.
Yeah, I like it too, personally. Lovely. And that's the full expanse of
that's one of the aerial views of the place.
Beautiful.
And when this was taken, must have been at least 8 years ago. It's far greener, far better today than what you see here.
And you started building this since what, early 90s?
I started to buy the land in 1989. 36 years today.
What was Gurgaon back then?
Well, this place was a piece of brown earth because back in the day, rains, monsoons did the irrigation and the harvests and the agriculture happened. And then the rains reduced. Then there were dependence on open wells. Then the water tables went down. So,
and you've seen that erosion right in front of you in the last 35 years.
No, I saw the rock bottom of this piece of land that I bought. It was eroded.
Already?
It was a piece of brown earth because there was no rain-fed greenery here any longer.
So, the fact what you're saying is 30 years or 40 years, we don't know, it had already become brown.
Yeah, the wells were dry and the farmer who owned the place, not one of them, more than 100,
correct.
Had no money to get a borewell. So that's the time when I started to come.
Tell me something, and you work so closely with the farmers, right? I'm just sidestepping for a while. Do you think Indian farmers, the middle class farmers, I would say, not even the middle class, the poor farmers, I would say, is it true that largely they don't even really own more than 2 bighas zameen or at best a quarter of an acre? Is it true?
When I go back 36 years ago, the time I started to buy the lands, a lot of them would have 10, 20, 30, even 50 acres of land.
But they were zamindars.
Yeah. And that time the land would have been 1.5 lakh an acre or so.
Got it.
Today, land is 40, 50 crores an acre. Today, you'll have people who will have an acre, 2 acres.
Got it.
Those are the holding sizes. But because land value is 40 crores an acre, 50 crores an acre. When it was 1.5 lakhs an acre, there were people who had 20 to 50 acres. So,
but they were handing down generations who had the land, right?
Yeah.
But largely a poor farmer in India does not have that kind of real estate.
Today. Yes.
But back then they had.
Back then, when the values were low, the holding sizes were large.
Oh, nice.
When the values are large, the holding sizes
so that's that low. Correlation which you were kind of talking about. Now, obviously, at that point in time, 1980s, I remember late 80s, because when we started JET, 93 when we landed here in Delhi, right? There was no Gurgaon, right? Except for Gurgaon, which was a gaon.
Yeah.
Right? And then this is about, I would say from the airport, would be about 30 kilometers? 36 to be precise.
6 takes 45 minutes.
I just want to get into your mind at that point in time. What did you see about this place? This could have been Golf Course Road area as well. This could have been Udyog Vihar. This could have been Dwarka. This could have been Ghaziabad area as well, right? What did you see over here? Did something resonate with you? That you thought that this is something which you will buy today? You didn't know what you wanted to do later in life?
I was very clear.
Oh,
I had a target to meet. I had to plant 10,000 trees every year. And I had already spent 4 years in this pursuit of this number.
way back in 1988.
In 85, I decided I'm going to plant every year 10,000 trees. And I coined a guiding principle, a phrase, which was greening like charity begins at home, but should not end there.
Where you were a businessman, not people know that you were the highest income taxpayer in a country in the 80s, and especially where, for whatever reason, socialist on one side and extremely corrupt on the other side. And over there, that point in time, comes this man, like a pretty much like a falcon out, and the highest taxpayer on record when at the age of 28. Same time, at that age where people are figuring out themselves in a socialist country where everything was rationed out, right? No hand-me-down wealth, made it by yourself. At 28, ये epiphany moment कहाँ से आया? ये कौन हो आप? और ये कहाँ से? ये आप ऐसे लोग पैदा होते हैं या बनते हैं?
ये लाइफ, ये कायनात अनफोल्ड होती है.
पर 28 में ये कैसे हुआ?
बस लॉटरी बेचने का फादर का बिजनेस था. मैंने उसको ज्वाइन किया. थैंकफुली फादर ने एक सेपरेट कंपनी बनाई, मैं और 4 और पार्टनर्स जो उनके एक्स एम्प्लॉइज एंड ऑफ थे, उनको जोड़ के. और मैं 14 साल की उम्र से उनके बिजनेस में, उनके दुकान में, लॉटरी बिजनेस में रेगुलरली छुट्टियों में जाता था. जब 16 साल की उम्र में मैंने गाड़ी चलानी सीख ली और उनका ड्राइवर छुट्टी पे होता था, खुद गाड़ी नहीं चलाने, तो मेरे को स्कूल से छुट्टी करा के सदर बाजार ओल्ड दिल्ली में गाड़ी चलवाने के लिए ले जाते थे. फिजिकल हाथ से काम कराते.
So you were a dairy boy?
Yes.
Brought up here. Lovely. Okay.
So I was observing lottery business and had different opinions than his business strategies from that age. And eventually at 21, he set up a company for 5 people to work together, his ex-employees being rewarded and me. And when I got in here, it was just a beginning in a small shop. But then I got freedom of expression. He was a very strong man, but then I was geographically not placed under him. It was a separate company at a different location. So I emerged over a period of 5 years as CEO of the company.
Fair enough. So your father was a business. In this case, he was in the business or not. He's still a business. This whole aspect of eco-consciousness, responsible living, just mother nature, oneness with it. Were you born with this? Do you have that within you?
My mother, when I was like 18 or so, would tell me, let's plant tree outside the house. So we'll call in a gardener, we'll plant 1 or 2 trees. And then she would say, Ashwani, let's cover this whole street. 5 houses abutting. Let's plant trees outside all 5. And will you water them? I would say, okay, Mom, I'll water them. So let's not just put a tree outside our house, 5 houses. She was the most inclusive person, a human being in my experience ever. You know, when I was 23 and my youngest brother 18, he died in a car crash. Some 3 hours after this heart-wrenching news she's got, just 3 hours after, she's calling up my cousin Rajesh, much older, saying, Rajesh, my son's not coming back home tonight, but that bus driver who the police has taken away is somebody's son. He has to go back to his family tonight. He hasn't done it intentionally.
Oh, Jesus.
Make sure he reaches his home back to.
Oh my God, that's a grieving mom. Part of her
Just 3 hours later, she lost her child. So
sorry, I'm getting goosebumps just listening to this story.
That's the mother I
Yeah, matlab, I'm telling you, more you talk mothers and motherhood, बस उनके सामने झुक ही जाओ. I tell you, seriously.
That's the source of my energy in life.
Beautiful. So she was that anchor, I would say, person in your life who shaped you in becoming who you are. And of course,
Forgiveness, inclusiveness, acceptance. She was the epitome of all three.
So you got into a different business at that point in time? How did you become that infamous highest taxpayer at the age of 28? What was your business at that point in time?
Let's go back.
Hanji.
When I'm in school, it's an English medium school, and the teachers, a particular teacher, decides to pick on me because of the nature of my father's business.
Okay.
2, I lived in an absolute down market neighborhood, Lajpat 3,
सब traders होते थे वहाँ. I understand what you say.
So traders, Lajpat Nagar,
Got it.
lottery seller's son.
और Lutyens Delhi और Def Call तभी भी था, South को तभी भी था.
Triple Ash was elite.
Elite.
So
NFC तभी भी था.
yeah. So the teacher decides to start calling me raffle man for the nature of my father's lottery business. One day, he just says, "Hey, raffle man, come up. Your father sells lotteries for a living, right? Tomorrow, you're going to get me one lottery ticket. If you don't, you'll get caned." A few days later,
And was it a lady?
a man,
Oh man.
and an Anglo-Indian teacher, and he decides that you're going to bring me a lottery ticket. If you don't do that, you get caned. Once you have the ticket with me, a few days later, the draw of lots, you get me the numbers, the list of winners on time. As the caning.
How old were you?
And eventually, if I don't win a prize, I get caned again.
Oh, again, wow, excellent.
And I was all of 12 or 13.
Oh.
Unbelievable to any rational person. I got caned.
Oh, you did?
And a cane meant a yellow-red line on your rear side.
Got it. Yeah.
Stings.
And of course, and blood coming out. Yeah, that's
Stings. And it happened a few times. I could take it no longer. My dad was informed and things happened.
Yeah. Got it.
But the peer group picked a cue from this.
And started bullying.
And through my childhood, entirely, I had an abused experience of life. And that's how my life began.
Mental abuse, physical abuse, both?
Both.
How did you... I'll tell you why. ये थोड़ी मेरी story भी वैसी ही है, right? मैं भी very, very poor background. The only difference is my father had abandoned the family very early on. So it was just the supreme energy, जिसको आप माता कहते हैं, उन्होंने परवरिश की, काफ़ी I would say काम किए, जो at that point in time even we were embarrassed, but she had to support 2 boys. And ये bullying मेरे साथ भी काफ़ी हुआ.
But then it just make you resilient.
Can I tell you something? When I look at you and I've known you for some time, you don't carry any regret. Neither do I. कैसे बने आप ऐसे?
This was a beautiful
experience,
strengthening experience.
Did you process it at that time also like that?
No, I just kept getting more and more stubborn.
Oh, lovely.
जैसे बिहारी लैंग्वेज में होता है ना, इब के मार. You get one, इब के मार.
फिर दिखाता हूँ.
And you get stuck.
और मार.
And you get resilient. And it did a good job. Today, I've seen it all kinds of heart-wrenching episodes in life. You just accept, smile.
How was your mother processing at that point in time? When all this was happening, you being caned, the fact that, of course, you had the money, but despite being rich in India, or let's say better off in India, people still were prejudiced, right? In this case, this odd man out. But did you face that rampant, or was it just an odd one out?
Well, this one episode had a huge cascading effect. The students community, nobody wanted to be my friend. I was a loner. And I stayed a loner for a long time. And then some guys would pick on me, hey, Raffle man, are the words I would hear down the corridors, to put me down. And over a period, I became stubborn, I became accepting, and I did not let these words get me down.
And you were all of 12 at this point in time.
13, 14, yeah.
And you pass out of school. Talk to me through journeys, let's say between 16 and now that 28.
I failed in class because of this abuse, demoralized mindset. And class 9, I repeated. This became the turning point in my life.
Got it.
Now, there was a taboo that you're a failure joining the juniors. And repeating the class became quite a challenge. But I became very serious about my education part. This abuse that was demoralizing me, putting down my quality of education, I started to imbibe the education part, the academics, far better once I repeated my class. Shall we go upstairs? Come.
Let's go. I love this. And this, you created it, so it gives like a whole view of the greens?
Yep.
Is that one of the inspiration for you to create something like this?
The beautiful golf course, most unique, irrigated by recycled
French
water.
windows, overlooking that kind of a golf course. Come evening, be with your friends, have good conversations.
Yeah, that's what the AK's bar lounge is all about.
और ये AK का क्या मतलब है?
AK is a abbreviation of 4 people in my family.
Oh,
We don't like to put our names out, but for a change, we decided to make an exception.
got it.
So Vasudeva, Khurana,
It's everyone's.
4 of us
God,
AKs in the
so
family.
nice. And I love that this theme, you have carried it on everywhere else,
Yeah,
right?
this is decorous.
Yeah. And this is what Dicky has done it herself? Is it her?
Ashna does it.
Ashna.
My daughter.
So
She
she
studied
your
in the London School of Fashion, and she's also learned interiors.
got it. So everything is within the family. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And your son also manages the entire thing, right?
Oh, some 7 months ago, there was a bloodless coup in the company,
Okay.
and I was asked to change my nomenclature from founder CEO to something else.
Got it.
So I said, I'll stick on to founder CEO, but instead of chief executive officer, I'll be chief eternal optimist.
Yeah.
And the gentleman, Aradev, he took over as vice president. So he runs the show now.
So it's also good, right? At the end of the day, a concept like this has to run for kind of generation. देखो, कुछ भी लोग कह ले, professionalism, ये वो, खुद का creation होता है. And to nurture it, it just requires you and your blood and your sweat. Now, whether it's through Ashna, whether it's through him, or whether it's through...
And by the way, Aradev, some 7 years ago, after finishing his undergrad in England, asked me, what do you want me to do that? I said, you stay outside. There's too much of pollution in the NCR. India's full of Indians, a sea of irresponsible humanity. And I don't want you to come here. So he said, listen, Dad, I want to work 2 years with you. After that, I want to take a call.
Got it.
So there's a precondition in that case, I said.
Okay.
You'll have to be a waiter in the on-course restaurant for 3 months.
So beautiful.
That will be a staff roster, staff canteen, staff toilet. And 3 months at least. After that, wherever you can reach based on your quality of work and leadership, irrespective of the fact that you'll be a part owner of the company. If you're accepting that, come join me, which he did. And so he was working in the company, waiter upwards, didn't reach the top.
I got it.
Nowhere close to that.
Worked his way up.
And then 5 years of work later, went back to do his master's in real estate in England, came back, went through a process, got approved for his leadership and humility.
So
very important humility.
He's there because of his merit. not because of his lineage.
Absolutely.
And you know, can I tell you something? I have seen this in so many, I would say, family-owned businesses, closely held family-owned businesses, that the family, let's just say the family, the husband and the wife, assume both are directors, they don't just hand me down. Contrary to what people think, nobody hands down. They want their children to the grind because every inch, every brick, every mortar में खून पसीना ना आपका 2000 लोगों का है.
So
कैसे किसी को सौंप दो?
that's the responsibility.
So right, so right.
I just can't do it out of ego or family lineage.
You're absolutely. And I met him. He's such a nice man himself, you know. And I think वो थोड़ा सा genes आपसे आया हुआ है because he's humble, he's kind, you know, from that perspective.
He's a grounded young man.
Unfortunately, you've seen some series of personal tragedies. It started with your brother. How does a 23-year-old boy process that? Because brothers are brothers, thick, right? Nurtured by that mother who is an angel lady by herself. I can't even begin because I'm the younger brother. I have an older brother, right? And my love for him. How does one process this?
I mean,
What changes in you?
see, by the time I was 23, I was just drowned in work. At 21, I joined full-time work. I was still in college, second year. And I stopped going regularly to college. I met the professors, told them that I'm already working. And please make sure I'm allowed to sit in the exams. I promised to pass somehow. And all the time I was working, I traveled to Sikkim. And that was like 2-3 times in a month. So half my time was spent in Sikkim because I had the Sikkim lotteries contract. And
so is it what you did
I
was
was
to
kind of-
move away from the grief. You immersed yourself in work.
see, college life, high school life, going to festivals, experimenting with beer and cigarettes, and maybe smoking up. This part of a normal
Correct.
getting
Absolutely.
beyond your
किया नहीं तो क्या?
life,
Yeah, absolutely.
I did not see.
You did not
I
see.
did not see.
You did not see.
I did not see.
Why?
It-
Because you were working.
Straight from during school, my father takes me to the shop ever since I was 14. So holidays, I'm off to work, and it was boring like anything. It wasn't a happy life. But the dictates of my super strict father,
And he was a very strict father?
he made sure that I had no free time to do the regular teenage
Got it.
stuff.
Yeah, and kind of get distracted by
Yeah,
that.
I didn't do that.
Hmm.
I guess he was busy surviving himself. He made me do what he thought best, and in hindsight, it was the best for me.
You think so?
Yes.
But at that very point in time, how were you
I
processing?
was a bit resentful, but then he never gave me.
Yeah, I want to have a life. मुझे भी beer पीना है, मुझे भी ये करना है, मुझे भी एक cigarette पीना है.
I had no choices. And he was not a ruthlessly strict person.
I got it. But value
Not-
prevails,
he's
everything.
making a man out of me.
Right. I think.
And he did a good job at that.
But having said that, just give me a second. I just need to tell my audience something. You have given us so much love. It's extremely important that you subscribe to Talk with Kunal Vasudeva. I'm not going to tell you hit the bell icon and do this and do that. If you like us, if you like this content, do subscribe to us. Or send us your questions. Engage with us. Hopefully, I'm asking all the questions out of my curiosity, what you would have perhaps asked my guests. So, humble request that you please do that. Thank you so much once again. I really, really appreciate your patronage. Hanji, sorry, we were saying, how old was he when you were 23?
He'd be like 60.
60?
Yeah, he was 36 years older than me.
36. So technically, he was also a 36-year-old father here. And to a 23-year-old, he was a 23-year-old father for the first time.
Yes.
उनको क्या पता, हमको क्या पता कि कैसे. I always say, my older one is 16. I said, I only have 16 years of experience. You know, I don't have any more experience than 16 years because I haven't experienced her becoming 17 or 18 or 19. How would I kind of know, right? So you take decisions at that point in time thinking they are the best.
Yeah. So he was a man of great values, pretty strict, very disciplined. You know, if you went to the shop, if the opening time was 9, he was opening the shutter at 9 a.m. sharp, not even 9:01. And that's one thing that he was very particular about.
And that's what you
And I
observed.
imbibed. Not as good as him, but nearly there.
They say, na, strong parents raise strong children. How did your life meander after that? As in, there was a lottery, you were traveling, you were in college, or summers after college. What was the next decade? How did that look like?
Got married at 25. It wasn't a happy marriage. Just few romantic interludes. Still 3 children happened.
Okay. No, that's one quite romantic interlude, I must say.
Well, if you compromise once in 3 months, things can happen.
So you had your first 3 children
from her. Then I went on to marry again after this broke down. I got all children legal custody because I was the motherly father.
Oh, I love it.
All along.
You were the motherly father.
Yes, that I was.
And you got the custodies because the children also wanted to come to you?
Yeah, I spent more quality time with them. The mother wanted to be an actress.
Okay, got it.
And she was happy that she got good money and alimony while I took charge of the children.
How does it?
And my inclination was motherly, as I said.
You know, in hindsight, one always say, how does that matter? Khush raho, mast raho.
Today, the children so much love their mother and their father.
Oh, beautiful. And that you were okay with that?
Perfectly fine. In fact, it's better this way.
ये कैसे हो गया? I'll tell you why. थोड़ा सा Delhi conservative society था 80s में, 70s में. But you were progressive, right? Your mom was like next level angel. ये contradictions दिख रहे हैं मेरे. ये कैसे हो रहा है?
I guess that's how destiny unfolded for us. And as I said, this is strange that when a family breaks, all 3 children, including a 2-year-old, everybody goes to the father.
And was your mother still there at that
Yes, very much.
So was she the nurturer now?
She helped me, but then I married again.
Okay.
And my wife, the next one came.
Okay.
The 2 out of 3 children were sent to a boarding school. She had her son Karma.
Got it.
From before. We also decided to bring up her niece. So there was a period of 12 years in my life. I was father to 5 children.
Beautiful.
And then tragedy struck in a car accident. We lost 2 of them.
2 of them?
Yeah. And that was
again
15 years ago.
2 children?
I had 3.
From the first marriage?
From the first. And then a son came along with the second marriage. As also, we decided to bring up her niece.
Oh, got it.
So there were 5.
Got it.
Out of these 5, 4 were going to the same boarding school for a long time.
Got it.
2, her son and niece, my children for 12 years, died in the same car crash.
Where was this?
Where? In New Delhi.
Oh, New Delhi itself?
Yeah. Yeah. So that was absolutely heart-wrenching. I still remember when...
And what was his name?
Karma.
And your niece's name?
Dichen.
Oh.
And the interesting unfolding of life story, some 6 months later, a child came into my life, a 1.5-year-old. And This was 6 months after Karma and Dichen were lost. This child was named Dichen. Today, Dichen is my fourth child.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. You called her Dichen. Wow. And sorry, how old was Dichen when she passed?
When Dichen 1 passed,
Hanji.
she was 23.
Oh.
And 6 months later, this child comes with
So do you think it's her soul in Dichen too?
I don't look at it like that.
Oh, you don't look at it?
No. And yes.
And Dichen too?
Chose to let this name live on by giving the new child.
And Dichen too completely changed you?
She helped me heal a lot because I was suffering from the loss of the 2 children. Then my marriage number 2 broke a few months later.
Was it because of the trauma?
I guess the trauma triggered something in her.
Got it.
That she changed the entire scene of her life and decided to move on.
Yeah, mothers go through.
And I had the distraction of being mother, father to young Dichen. And she was the reason that I healed so fast from all that I went. In an 18 months period, I lost the 2 children, I lost the marriage, tax raids. I spent 3 weeks in jail. And I was framed in a certain way.
Oh, that's part of growing up in socialist India.
The best part was, when in jail, I'd get Sadhguru calling twice a week. Hey, are you having fun out there? Make the best of it.
Oh, you knew him from there?
I knew him before, one-on-one. He gave no sympathy at all. He just had a banter at me. Whenever he would call, he said, you make the best of it. This is the best time for you to learn your life lessons and become strong.
Was your mother still around?
Yes. They were devastated. The parents were broken. Sister was broken. I had a party. Believe you me, I just scaled up my yoga and meditation during those days. And I had a party.
No, Dichen too didn't go to Isha Foundation?
She did. She also did 5 years there.
Oh, she did 5 years, the initial...
Yeah. From class 5 to class 10.
Oh.
Till class 5, she was in the British school.
Got it. Delhi. Then complete opposite.
Isham school 5 years.
Baap re.
11, 12 she'll do in the Scottish.
And is this by design?
Well, yes. Moving her from British school to our Indian traditional values, yoga, meditation, along with academics, Isham school. Sit on the floor like Gurukul.
So that she experiences every aspect.
Especially the Indianness, the yoga, the meditation,
beautiful,
the holistic living.
I'm unable to fathom, right? You lose a brother, you lose a sibling. Whatever happens to the marriage, that's okay. That's between 2 consenting adults. But then again, losing children. And then healing back. Kaise? I'm the strongest man I know. Ashwani, I'm the strongest man I know. I'm the weakest man I also know when it comes to my children. Weakest on earth. I'm sure all fathers would say the same thing. ये कैसे होता है? Process कैसे करते हो? Heal कैसे करते हो?
I think the beautiful gift that I had in my life was Sadhguru. And Sadhguru one-on-one access. Can you imagine when I had to inform the mother of these 2 children that we lost 2 of them? She was in the car driving from Haridwar to Delhi midnight.
She was in the car.
And on the wheel was Sadhguru himself. And she's sitting in the back. It's so happy.
So Sadhguruji was driving the car?
When I had to inform her of this tragedy. This was the scenario.
Jesus Christ.
And so I actually called up on Sadhguru's mobile and requested him to pull over the car on this side and wanted to talk to him alone. And this is a very strange request.
What did he tell you?
So he pulled over 2 minutes later. He says, yes. I said, Sadhguru, as fate would have it, destiny would have it, we lost 2 children today. And I don't know how to give this news to their mother. So, since you are with us right now, you have to hold our hands. For now, how do I reach out with this news.
To her.
Kindly deal with it. Late night, early morning, he came back to Delhi.
She didn't know at that point in time.
He just, I learnt later, just asked for her hand, held her hand, started a chant, kept chanting and driving the car himself. Some 4 hours or so later, they reach home. He makes her lie down. He's still holding her hand and chanting. And energetically, so uncanny.
She knew.
But this is the truth of my life. So uncanny. She knew
She knew.
she'd lost. She knew it. And she told this to me later. And then he left 5 a.m. and some 10 a.m., few hours later, I get a call that Sadhguru had a planned Satsang in your house, 400 people coming, 6:30 p.m. today evening. He's decided for us to call it off because of
The tragedy.
what you're going through, the tragedy. It took a while. I asked the wife that should we allow this to be called off? Spiritually, we are supposed to know everything that happens was to happen. And it's predestined and inevitable. So we need to accept the business of life must go on uninterrupted if possible. Shall we request Sadhguru to continue as planned? She agreed. Family freaked out. How can you even think like this? Let's at least cancel the dinner for 400. Finally, I took a call that let's have everything on. So while I was dealing with the cremation side, the rest of the family, Sadhguru, 400 people, the business of life, the pre-planned event, his satsang was rolling. It was on.
I'm processing it still. It's very, very.
He talked in that event. He talked.
What did he say?
He asked people, can anybody guess what this family whose house we are all in today is going through? As I speak, they're dealing with the departure of the 2 children. Yet, they've taken a call that the business of life must go on. And this is true spiritualism, is said.
Ashwin, tell me something. Do you believe in so-called destiny, or it's predestined, or it's preordained, or ye fate hai? How do you process all these complex emotions, belief system?
I don't put much of my mind to it, but few words that are a part of me. One is acceptance. What else do I have a choice about? If it's happened, accept it.
And
Put your pieces together, get up and run the race again, the race of life.
And do you think both your ex-partners, are they still alive?
They would both want to come back.
Okay.
But I'm very happy now.
That's okay.
I have a lovely partner now.
Yeah, I know. And she's beautiful. And I'm going to talk about it. She is, I'm telling you.
And
she's gorgeous. Yeah.
She's minimalistic.
Yeah.
She's a true environmentalist.
Yeah.
Zero waste living. We have.
And she compliments you, Ashwini. She's beautiful. But have they moved on as well? The mothers?
They've tried to. But we haven't succeeded.
So it's very difficult for a woman.
They've tried to. And that's why at various times I've heard they would want me back, but I've moved on.
And how are the siblings processing it? Aridev, Ashna, how are they processing something like this?
My children love me to death. They clearly know that their mother and I are poles apart. And if they had options in life to choose from, they wouldn't imagine us together ever in the past or in the future. Because everybody is happy the way it is.
And you're the motherly father. I love that. I just love that.
They're friends to me more
Of course.
than my children.
Yeah. Of course. Absolutely. And a motherly father, a father, obviously we look at them differently to what a nurturer would look. Ashwini, tell me something. We go back, this whole aspect about eco-consciousness, I totally understand. That energy flew straight from your mom. Then you wanted to buy land at that point in time, 10,000 trees, right? That was your goal. Of course, why 10,000? Was there some science to it?
A random
Or
number.
just was just a random?
A random number.
And
I also said, greening like charity begins at home but should not end there. So I want to encompass the whole universe. This is one number I've thrown. God give me the strength to do even more forever.
I'll ask you two questions, right? And I'm processing it. This is what I would ask myself. It's not a question. I shouldn't frame it like that. Would you be a different person had Sadhguru not been in your life?
It would have taken me more time
More time.
to be the same person that I am today.
He says that conversations with him
He
gives you more
expanded
clarity.
and polished me better, faster. But honestly, with due humility, it would have been
I got it.
more time.
And
Because I was already driven by the concept which I called karma. In my lottery business,
hence you named him Karma?
actually, I named this place Karma before
You
this
named
karma came into my life. And it was great that
and had you not been through this unimaginable personal loss, do you think you would have been a different person? Has it changed you with
makes me more
something?
resilient, stronger. There are times even now, there are so many government agencies, all kinds of scrupulous and unscrupulous elements.
The scrupulous come here.
There are times I've heard there's a bulldozer on my gate. They want to bulldoze the 150 staff workers' homes because they figured out something to harass us.
Correct.
Right or wrong, irrespective.
And the bullman that you are, you took them to court as well, right?
I do.
Yeah.
I once took the local police to court in a trespassing matter.
Kya baat hai?
Because for certain reasons, the local police stormed into my house to try to take charge of my small son whose legal custody battle was on. I took them on. The family was horrified and petrified that how can you have the audacity to take the local police on in a trespassing case, which I did. And the cops respected me for enforcing my rights.
When did this concept of the Lakeland come about, right? It's like brown earth, green earth, beautiful earth. I won't call it a template, but unimaginable beauty. I would explain it like that. Calming beauty. You just feel good. Just looking at this plant, you feel good here. No honking. ये क्या लेगो के जैसे पीस बाय पीस हुआ है या एक विजन था उसके बाद पीस बाय पीस हुआ है?
Karma Lakelands is a very unique story of the cart before the horse.
Of the cart before the horse, okay?
The land was bought.
Hanji.
I had the money. Lands were cheap.
Got it. But there was an investing.
I was the lottery king of India.
Oh, that is also true.
Money was raining.
Money was raining.
I didn't have an ego problem. I didn't need to have large buildings downtown to show off to the world that I had arrived. I wanted to grow trees. So this place was the boondocks. And this was the best opportunity for me to meet with my 10,000 trees planting a year target. Some few years later, at least 5 to 7 years after this land was bought, I got busy growing trees. we get to know that the model industrial township in the area is being put together by the government, and they need more land, and there's a file moving to acquire my land.
Correct. I read about that in the reports. Correct.
So, to prevent forceful acquisition to happen, we figured out a low density golf development, a resort, approval was the best way out.
Got it.
I had to protect my children, my trees.
Got it.
And that's how I got the approval done. I thought it was sorted once we had the approval, but later I realized unless I implement what I have got approved, the sword is going to hang back on my head. So I ended up slowly starting to implement it with a lovely land planner from Australia who became a dear friend, like a brother, Phil Ryan. And
you had any inkling about golf?
Zero.
Zero.
I started to play golf after owning a golf set for 10 years and a finished golf course for a year.
Are you serious? I love this irony. It's super. I love it. और मैं आपको मेरी golf की story बताऊं? मैं poor पैदा हुआ. I came to this, you know it, with that super world Guinness record world coach that you have. मैंने 4 lessons लिए उससे मुझसे नहीं हुआ. I was feeling like an imposter. I flashback of my childhood जब खाना नहीं होता था, literally खाना नहीं होता, right? मतलब मैं क्या करूँ ये, you know, ये मुझसे नहीं हुआ, you know, and my mother's image would come in front of me and she's saying तू इतना बड़ा बन गया अभी तो क्या golf खेल रहा है, and you know that fight was with my mind.
Yes.
And I didn't have the patience to fight my mind. I said, I'll rather fight the world. I can't fight my mind at all. Well, maybe later in life, if I can calm my mind a little bit, maybe I will. But मुझे लोगों के साथ compete करना अच्छा लगता है, तो मुझसे cycling करवा लो, running करवा लो.
Yeah.
है ना, मुझे अपने साथ नहीं compete करना.
ये तो अपने साथ ही compete.
ये अपने साथ compete है. And I don't have that patience.
You know, the golf is the most beautiful landscape.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
And you see so much of birds, bees, butterflies.
It is a bird sanctuary, masquerading as a bird sanctuary.
Can you imagine? Yesterday we completed the count, 120 different bird species here at 270 acres of Karma Lakelands.
So Akash is a dear friend, right? You know Akash very well. And he said the same thing. He's published a book on the DLF golf course that बहुत ये golf course तो sports वालों के लिए, it's a bird sanctuary, and he's published this behind, gave it to me, and when I was reading through it, I said, unbelievable. It's like living flora, fauna happening.
It's biodiversity.
Yeah,
it's best.
Absolutely. Awesome. Absolutely. So you learned golf after you made perhaps one of India's best in the world's best kind of a 9-hole golf course?
We awarded as the country's most eco-friendly
golf course.
And our claim to fame is our recent signature hole.
Yes.
The golf green is the map of Bharat.
Oh.
And the flag, the pin is the map of Bharat.
Oh, beautiful.
The flag of Bharat, the map of Bharat on the ground, the most unique. And Phil Ryan, the designer, says, just watch. This is the country's most photographed golf hole.
From a drone?
We have the photographs.
Yeah?
Yes.
And tell me, sorry, in terms of, from a sporting perspective, sorry, I don't know my golf language, so vocabulary, pardon me on that. But is it a difficult 9-hole?
It's a very easy 9-hole, but the amount of dialogue it's triggering.
Okay.
Because what they do is the flag position, they keep changing.
Got it.
Like yesterday, the flag was in Tamil Nadu. Previous week, the flag was in Delhi, then it's been in Bihar.
Got it.
Now, when 4 golfers are on the course playing this particular hole, I myself saw the other day, my ball reached Lahore. One golfer's ball was in the Bay of Bengal, the others was in the Arabian Sea. We were targeting Tamil Nadu. And so every golfer group that goes there, a certain kind of a conversation which is unknown to the game of golf happens.
Beautiful.
And that's so beautiful. That's so different.
Okay. Assume someone who's in Bombay, he will kind of think about it and say, ये Karma Lakeland golf है. ना, ये masquerade, ये golf नहीं है.
और
ये beekeeping हो रहा है इधर.
हाँ,
right?
Yes.
ये bird sanctuary है.
जी.
Right? ये oasis है एक.
Yes.
Right?
5 forest zones.
Correct. Every produce is here, including the ISH with you.
Your children from ISH.
Correct.
Edible flowers.
हाँ जी.
Organic vegetable growing. The ISH kitchen waste.
Correct. Comes over
The
here.
vehicle brings it here.
Yeah.
The fruit and vegetable peels go to our composters, the cows
Correct.
and goats.
Yes.
12 hours later, that's compost. The same vehicle picks up the fresh produce of the day, takes it back to the students who had also participated in the growing and the nurturing of the produce.
You know,
And they respect it. They'll not be
Soil.
peaceful chefs of the future.
ये जो है ना marketing branding word from farm to the table ये छोड़ दो. इससे मैं सबको माफ मांगता हूँ. It's this, and firstly, thank you for that opportunity. Had you not done this, and you didn't charge anything to us, you just opened your heart, gave us 2 acres to do something like this. Today, when I speak to Harsimran, right, she says about 2,100 kgs of all sorts of fruits and vegetables came from here. And that's just one portion of it. But in this 270 acres, you have other zones. Every aspect is here. You don't have to walk outside Karma Lakelands for anything. Right from your milk, to your honey, to your flowers, to your vegetables,
The 5 restaurants.
to recycled water, to everything is here. You have made कि अगर बाहर सब बंद हो जाए, you are self-sufficient.
There was a time when everything outside was closed. COVID began. June 2020, me and Dicky, we moved to Karma Lakelands for good. You know, our farm had 33 workers pre-COVID. 20 got locked out. 13 plus 2 of us were doing 30% more work in the farm management during these 3 initial COVID months. Karma Lakelands had 325 workers. It was a survival issue for the company. With this townhouse, farmhouse experience of efficiencies scaled up with lesser people, we came to improve efficiencies at Karma Lakelands. For a while, the worker count came down from 325 to 275. And we got to work. Forest zone number 1, 2, other things, efficiencies. Today, you'll be surprised. We have 725 people working.
Beautiful.
And the volume of work is probably 10 times more. So the staff was supposed to be numbers brought down, efficiency scaled up. From 325 is gone to 725, 10 times more work.
और इंडिया में ये चाहिए. At the end of the day, 1.4 billion है what you're doing. And to the point which we were discussing, the aspect of the fact that the local villagers are participating here, they don't have to travel, CO2 emissions, all those things, they're here, they can stay with their family. You have given schooling, kindergartens, everything happens in this.
Karma Daycare.
It's a city. It's a city by itself.
And then those who don't choose to come and work, we're sending our bees out there to pollinate their plants and make them
this
happier
whole
bees.
bee, no, Krishni, we can't talk about bees. ये आप समझाओ, because it is mind-boggling what you're doing with the bees. Can you break it down, please? I think my viewers would appreciate it. We have information, but we don't have the science behind what really happens, right? Tell me what you're doing with this whole bee, because it's mind-boggling for me.
You know, what happened is the realization that human life, any kind of life on this planet would vanish within 4 years of bees being taken off the system. This was something generally one would have not known, but once it came into my realization, I wanted to bring in beekeeping. Then the 8 square kilometer radius from the bee homes, the bee boxes that we have, plant life getting pollinated and happier and more prosperous, this knowledge came in. And the bee boxes were brought in, beekeepers were hired. Some of our family staff actually went through training on beekeeping.
And is it very prevalent in India, this whole beekeeping?
It is. But there are lots of campuses, resorts, golf courses. They haven't given this aspect the attention it deserves. See, large campuses have plantations and they have a bit of a responsibility towards their neighborhood, if not the planet.
Correct.
That part of the planet. So if everybody starts to do that, plant life will be prosperous. They'll grow healthier, happier food for themselves. And this is what our pursuit was then. So we brought in bees. We started to expand. We started to not just expand the number of bee boxes within Karma Lakelands, but more locations outside. Today we have 3 locations. Last year, we produced 2 tons of honey. And honey production was never the pursuit. That's the byproduct of the pursuit of promoting pollination.
Correct. And you don't sell this at all. You just give it to your guests.
Our guests that come and stay in one of our 99 rooms take away honey as a return present.
Oh, wow.
You call me on your birthday or anniversary.
I'm not going to get a wine.
I'm not going to get a bottle of wine. 2 bottles of honey.
I know.
Because the gift I give needs to represent who I am.
True.
I'm promoting good health for the people and the planet.
Explain to me that they fly 8 kilometers and they come back. That's so fascinating.
Did you know that bees are great navigators? They go looking for food and can go up to 8 kilometers in a day and hone in back home.
And trace it back to the same place.
The same place. However, once they've gone out and you're a beekeeper, you want to move their homes, the bee boxes, more than 5 feet away from where they were. The bees will come back, they'll get disoriented, they'll get lost and they'll die.
Just 5 feet?
Just more than 5 feet.
Jesus.
However, there are times we have to migrate the bee boxes because there's no source of food in the neighborhood. For example, we produce a lot of mustard honey. When mustard season is gone, there's no flowers, no nectar, no pollen. So we need to migrate them. So we wait for them to hone in back to their homes. We shut the boxes, put them on a truck, move them upwards of 50 kilometers overnight, sometimes 150 kilometers, find new homes, new geographical locations. Then you open their boxes, support them in a certain way for a while, and then that's their home for a certain period of time. So migrating bee boxes...
What happens to that environment for that period of time? How does that change?
See, they'd already pollinated.
Got it.
And the plants were put in place.
Got it.
For the next season, that zone is sorted.
And then the next zone.
And now you cover the next zone. In US, there are professional beekeepers. Massive trailers of bee boxes are moved hundreds of kilometers across the country. And the beekeepers charge the farmers because they brought in these pollinators.
And when you say swarm of bees and when you see them, is that the migration which is happening? When they go like 8 kilometers and come back?
Bees in the wild are doing that. But when beekeepers are at work,
got it.
So they have to assist the bees to move. So there are different kinds of pollinators in the atmosphere. And the beekeeping is normally done on a certain species of bees, and they have to be assisted in the migrations.
I'm going to ask you maybe something which I don't understand, and hopefully my viewers may forgive me for my lack of understanding of this. मैं इतना intelligent नहीं हूँ. If I take a higher orbit view of Gurgaon, Aravali is on one side, but when you look at this area, there is this literally 300 acres of what you have created. Pretty much hard. अगर ये नहीं होता, rainfall deficit होता यहाँ?
Definitely कुछ तो होता. See, while we are a biodiversity, with a golf course sitting in the heart, you'd be surprised to know that 1 acre of golf course turf creates more oxygen than 1 acre of rainforest. Ask Google, she'll confirm that to you.
Wow. Why?
The surface area of green of the entire 1 acre of grass is more than 1 acre of rainforest.
Actually, while at that,
This is a rainforest equivalent or beyond oxygen factory.
Talk to me the difference between AQI and that CO2. Oh, fascinating.
There's a huge compromise on human health because of lack of awareness on one major aspect of air that I've learned in these last 8-10 years of my research on the subject. Now what happens is 50% of the syllabus is the aspect of air quality index. The other 50% nobody talks, nobody addresses, which is measured as CO2, the oxygen levels, especially indoors. Oxygen levels indoors are measured as CO2, and there are monitors which I use.
And you
very
carry it with
inexpensive.
you. Yeah. And you carry it with you.
And I carry it mostly with me. What happens is, to make your air quality index low and better, because let's face it, we both live in the NCR, the world's most polluted space.
Seriously.
Now, we are obsessed, and we should be, to clean up the air we breathe. Very important. But then, in order to clean up the air, we use air quality purifiers. We seal our doors and windows and make them airtight so that the purifier's efficiency goes up. But are we replenishing the oxygen that we consume? A typical outdoor CO2 number that happens in this area is 430-ish. Up to 700, if it goes high, meaning lower oxygen, it still remains green. The next bad color is yellow up to 1,000, then orange, red, purple, brown. Probably brown we hit at 2,500, 3,000. Typically, we wake up in the morning to about 1,500 red, very poor oxygen.
Is it because of the air conditioning?
Air conditioning is just cooling up the inside air, which is not being replenished by oxygen because you want the air conditioning to be efficient.
There's no return air coming in from there.
So you want your oxygen to be efficient. Sorry, you want your air conditioning to be efficient. You want your air quality index to be low, purer air. But what you're creating is smell-free, low AQI, clean air sans oxygen. This sans oxygen bit, people are not understanding. So what we need to do is bring in the right air purification systems, which are online going to pull in air from outside, clean it, and give you purified, low AQI, oxygen-loaded air. There's no rocket science about it. In India, there's technology. 8-10 years ago, I started to import Swiss IQ air machines because they were the only ones which would pull in fresh outside air, clean it, give you low AQI, low CO2. All other mechanisms to make your AQI low, you spike up CO2. And one aspect you improve for your health, other aspect you compromise.
Are these inexpensive machines now?
They're very inexpensive.
And people can afford
them? There's lack of awareness.
There's just lack
can
of
afford.
awareness.
And
And can they just buy it from a consumer electronics store?
No, they cannot. There are few companies right
Got
now,
it.
just 2-3.
Who have things who yet they can.
I know there's one called Vayu, another called Yoga, another called IQ Air from Switzerland.
Got it.
So these are the 3 that are in the market, not off the shelf.
We'll mark them in our description, what you just said.
Yes.
Hmm.
There's a company called Breathe Easy,
Hmm.
the best in the market. I use them. And can you imagine 800 Shobha Aranya apartments in the making, the conscious community that we are creating here. Each apartment will have a central Vayu air solution. They'll have high oxygen levels measured as CO2, low AQI under 50. Even if outdoors will go to 300-400.
And we'll talk about that, Shobha, just now. But tell me something. You spoke about when there are 5 people in the car and they have the air conditioning on, right? Oh, geez, I didn't know about it. Would you want to elaborate that? Because I don't want to give it up. You're the expert.
What's happening is a lack of awareness of inside the cars air quality. Every driver, every highly educated person wants to have clean, smell-free air, especially inside the car. We all know that outside is pollution. So what we do is, on the dashboard, there's this recirculate mode versus wet open options. We put it on recirculate mode.
I think 99% people do that. Yeah.
Now, I'll give you numbers.
Anji.
Outdoor CO2 levels are 430. If you're 5 people in a small, medium car, just for 40 minutes, on recirculate mode, your CO2 level would spike up to something like 7,200.
Jesus Christ.
7,500 plus is you would reach the worst color on the spectrum. Practically what's happening is you hardly have any oxygen in the car. But the problem with lack of oxygen is you don't gasp for breath. All that happens is your faculties, your ability to think through. Why am I losing that word? Wait a minute. We'll start again. Cognitive abilities.
Cognitive abilities.
I'll start again.
And okay, done.
What happens inside automobiles in a car, you have a choice to have a vent open option or recirculate mode. We all have been using recirculate because we don't want smell, clean air.
Absolutely.
No pollution, low AQI.
I think world over. We have no exceptions.
World over. So recirculate mode, what it does is, it doesn't replenish the oxygen you consume in the car. 5 people in a mid-sized car can spike up CO2 from 430 to 7,200 in 40 minutes.
7,000.
I've checked it on a meter myself. I told my partner Dicky, look, what I'm watching now is world record.
Wow.
Brain cells, when oxygen deprived, are dying. If you were destined to get dementia at age 81 and you're doing long drives, couple of hours, Delhi, Chandigarh kinds, once a month, twice a month, you're triggering and expediting dementia to come in at age 69.
Because lack of oxygen
is killing brain cells.
Oh, Jesus.
You'll get dementia, you can get heart seizures. Definitely.
कैसे पता चले हमको? हम तो normal Indians हैं, काम करते हैं, सुबह जाते हैं, रात को आते हैं. How does a poor mother know about this? How does anyone know about this?
I have interacted with PhDs on environment.
And they would know?
This aspect is largely missing. I was in Melbourne for a week. Of the 10 Uber rides I took, can you imagine 9 times my CO2 meter started to beep. Beep means you're getting into unhealthy zones, 1500 plus, where outside was 430. So when you're breaching 1500 CO2 level, the alarm starts to trigger.
You know, it's so ironic again. You know, वो कहते हैं ना कि the best things in life are free. The second best thing is very expensive. air is free, happiness is free, joy is free. Rest, everything पैसा लगता है.
In Melbourne, there is no pollution problem. Ironically, they also wanted recirculate mode. The oxygen outside their cars was free. Simply keep the vent open and let it in.
True.
They don't even do that.
Ignorance.
Ignorance.
यही बात है, लोगों को पता है.
And it is not this.
And hopefully, just this segment, I will put it on like pretty much a repeat mode. And
If this one message you drive across to
I
your
will,
audience,
most certainly.
you've done them such an immense favor.
I will. And luckily, Ashwini, the audience has been extremely kind to us.
And you know what? I'm not here scaring people with a problem. I'm here with the solution. I'm not part of the problem.
I got it.
There is a solution out here.
And that's what
There's lack of awareness.
Correct. There's the lack of awareness. And, segments like this really opens up our eyes, right? And I know it because they've given us so much love that when we put snippets of our segments out there, and sometimes you can see it because you have so many people, and in lakhs people who watch this. Not only it humbles you, thank you, Bachia, but the fact that you're putting a content out there which they appreciate. Yeah, you're absolutely right. This segment is something which we will put out there because these nuggets of awareness, scaled up, blown up, I think it cuts across everybody.
It does.
It cuts across. मैं तो अब उल्टा सोच रहा हूँ, वो फार्मर जो है उसका ब्रेन सेल्स कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, वो तो ही इज ब्रीदिंग द बेस्ट ऑक्सीजन एवरी सिंगल डे. वो साइकिल चला रहा है, वो अपने घर में रह रहा है और छोटा सा विंडो है पर लेकिन क्लीन फ्रेश एयर है. एंड माय चिल्ड्रन, अनफॉर्चुनेटली, दिस इज समथिंग.
Despite the tech at their command, air purifiers, they're depriving themselves of oxygen. And you know what? You get these solutions installed, and within a week you'll tell me the quality of your sleep has gone up.
Beautiful.
Because when you're sleeping oxygen deprived, the quality of your sleep is not good.
But these
Your efficacy during the
these
day,
equipments are not expensive, right?
no,
Anyone can afford it?
it's reasonably affordable.
Reasonably affordable.
One Vayu machine can clean up the air in an apartment and cost probably just over $1 lakh.
So of course, to some of the audience, $1 lakh would mean a lot, but it's the price of life. It's the price of maybe one iPhone. कहाँ हमको थोड़ा सा trade off करना पड़ेगा so that we safeguard our bachas, we safeguard our family members, and maybe in our lifetime we'll let go of that one holiday, let go of that one phone. I'm sure there must be financing schemes on this, जैसे phones पे होते हैं. तो I think you are super intelligent to decipher and take your own decisions. But this is something I think you and we must do for our bachas, for our family members.
Sorry. Better cognitive abilities.
As well.
Because you slept well, you're a more efficient human being during the day.
Productivity वैसी बढ़ गई थी.
You're going to make much more money than you'll invest in this for your wellness. And I'm not in the air purification business.
Correct.
But my business is, my brothers, my friends, other humans, we want everybody to enjoy good health.
I have one more contradiction in my mind, Ashwini, is golf is a rich man's game. Is it true?
I would say yes, but every person needs a game, and the rich man's golf course is going to produce oxygen for all. The rich man's golf course is going to produce many jobs.
And you went and disrupted that as well, because your golf course is not for the rich and famous. Your golf course is not for the Puritans. Your golf course is inclusive for everyone. And genuinely, I believe, देखो मैं middle class आदमी हूँ, I think I can afford it, right? And you've made that possible because I know people who come here, right? We know people who come here, and they're not very very rich, but their bachas, they can afford. Creating such a large ecosystem, biodiverse, one of the best golf courses, and yet not making for the Puritans, not making it only as a rich man's sport. ये कहाँ से हो रहा है एक्चुअली ये सब? See, मतलब आप no seriously कैसे?
देखिए, I am an anti-establishment person.
Well, sir, you have a brother in you.
Yeah.
हाँ जी.
So what I thought for a long time was, अंग्रेज चले गए, अंग्रेजी छोड़ गए. Golf की अंग्रेजी क्या है? You have to have a collared shirt, tucked in, proper belt, proper shoes.
Correct.
And if all these things are not tick boxed, you're not allowed to be on the golf course. I thought the youngsters of today have to be given a different experience. And they don't like being told the do's and don'ts. If you give them too long a list of do's and don'ts,
Correct. You lost.
do something else.
You lost them also. Yeah.
So in order to capture their attention, he said, look, you don't want to wear a collared shirt, you don't want to tuck it in, you don't want to wear your belt, you want to play barefoot golf. You want to bring in your partner, your friend, who's a non-golfer, to walk the course or be on the golf cart with you when you are golfing. Your wife should not insist that she's a golf widow. Through the week, she was waiting for your quality time. On the weekend, you want to go golfing with the friends, the boys, and she's complaining. Here at Karma Lakelands, we don't want that. So we have a scheme. You bring your partner, let them be with you on the golf course, enjoy the best of landscaping.
Beautiful.
Enjoy sight of the beautiful birds, bees, butterflies, and bugs on the golf course.
But
It's
would
biodiversity.
Would those purists look otherwise? Would they look this in a very condescending way?
We took the risk. And we've been a resounding success.
Oh, wow.
Today, the purest of the purists and the radical rebels of my kind, everybody loves this place and they converge here. My morning golf here is bare feet because I need to take grounding, I need to take earthing energy from Mother Earth. You know, a few years ago, I was on the verge of going into depression. The real life challenges were getting too heavy for me. One morning I came to play golf. I was a little low. Something crossed my mind. I remembered when I've gone to my Guruji's ashram for intense meditation programs, Sadhguru insists that you be as much barefoot as possible. That came into my mind. Before teeing off, I just took off my shoes, put them in my bag, barefoot.
And has your game affected or is it exactly the same?
You'll
Better.
be surprised. My game is the same when I play booted versus barefoot. Both are equally bad. It's made no difference.
It's made no difference.
And people say you lose the grip and all if you're barefoot. Just the same.
And you know, you made it affordable for everybody.
Yeah.
ये वरना it was like Bombay तो हम तो caddy के लायक भी नहीं थे. There's तो होते नहीं थे. And again, I think there was a US Army, not US club is called United Services Club.
Yes.
There was more downtown, right, you know, Colaba. And then there was Chembur Golf Course. The rich and the famous would go there. We would just, in a bus, go outside that, खाली देखने के लिए कि क्या है. You know, एक aura create होता है.
And you
completely distorted that, disrupted that by that inclusivity. And when I look here, it's like I see happy children. I see middle class people like me coming in. Even they love their golf. Not me personally, but they love their golf. I think what you have done is absolutely amazing. This is community over profits. This is what you have done.
It's happening. And now our latest sports junction,
Yes.
pickleballs, badminton, table tennis, billiards, snookers.
And also that golf academy which you have tied up.
Yes, sir.
Can talk about that?
We just tied up with Anitya Chand, one of the very initial golf pros who started teaching golf long time ago with Karan Bindra. So both of them are running the top golf academy of NCR, DLF. And incidentally, I have a history of having learned with them initially. And now they've brought in their academy skills here at Karma Lakelands. We have an expat from Manchester, UK. He's the director of golf operations today. And a very interesting conversation I had with him the other day. I was telling Julian, I said, Julian, my ancestors had to take revenge from your ancestors. I'm having to do it. You're working for an Indian.
Ay, kya baat hai. I love it.
He's a street
Love
fighter.
it. No sweet over baat hai. I love it.
Nicely serving an Indian company all the way from UK.
Beautiful.
And a very humble person, a great teacher.
Of course. It's just the overall anecdotal aspect of it. The symbolic part of it. है ना? हम तो आपके slave होते थे. You know? Yeah.
अब आज आप हमारे यहाँ काम करने आए हैं.
Yeah, only Indian businessmen would think and do it. It's beautiful. How does this golf academy, so anyone who joins, they can learn and then they can play? Is that the concept?
Right now, golf has also, the training part has become tech-based.
Correct.
There's a TrackMan technology wherein, when you hit a ball, on the screen you can see how far would your ball have gone. Did it take a spin in a certain way?
Trajectory, wind,
trajectory and the works. The screen shows you. So the trainer is more armed to train you. The next level is a golf simulator. You can go indoors. There'll be purified, air-conditioned air all season, day or night. You hit into the screen and the TrackMan there will tell you your trajectory, your distance,
and
your spin.
Is it like professionalizing golf?
Oh, you can
and this
take
is
a golf
required?
lesson. You can take a golf lesson indoors on a TrackMan.
Good.
And if you've been playing indoors, taking lessons, if we actually take you later on a proper golf course, you'll replicate what you learned inside. You repeat it.
And you believe, like, if you have more such things here in India 20 years from now, we have that potential to dominate. We have some really good players, of course, right?
Yes.
Jyoti Randhawa started it off, and of course to the gentleman Jeev Singh.
Yes.
Anji, and I'm sure
Jeet
Karan
Milkha.
Dada you spoke about. Sorry, pardon I don't have much information on golf. But, and of course, I see a lot of young boys and girls, not only here, but in India right now. But with all these tech that you bring in, these academies that you bring in, access to anybody and everybody, 15 साल के बाद इसका effect होगा. Aridel's child could become the next potential, I would say, PGA circuit or the European circuit. Am I right?
Possible.
And why should it be?
And one of my daycare children, our construction workers' children, a lot of them have grown up here.
And
we are inviting them into the academy.
Oh, beautiful.
No charge. And so we are getting it to be accessible
Sahi kaha.
to
So
all
right.
people.
Because they are the ones who are playing cricket despite, let's say, not having access. मैं इंडिया की बात कर रहा हूँ, भारत की बात कर रहा हूँ. And if they have access to something like this, it's beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Ashwini, I just love it. And again, no amount of God bless you is enough for you on this.
And remember, I have to welcome you again to the 6 Feet Under Club.
Oh, 100%. Oh my God. Yeah.
Talk about it to your family. I'll take you to the location.
Yeah.
It's expensive real estate that comes for free. As you rightly said, the best of things on earth
I still have to earn that. But reserve a spot only when you think I've earned my coins.
This is for free.
I understand, but I still need to earn it. And if you believe that 10 years down the line, I've earned my coin.
By
Right.
doing your sustainability practices right
And
for our Mother Earth.
correct, you're doing it from an environment perspective. I want to do it in an education perspective.
That's good. You can scale it up far more than I can do by myself.
नहीं, मुझे education करना, मुझे I just want every Indian to have the same access. That farmer's बच्चा should have absolutely the same education, same. St. Columbus, British School, Isha Foundation School, ISH, IM, IIT, Lotus Valley, Vellum, like anybody else. Why can't it happen? It can easily happen, especially with tech.
In an ideal world and with tech.
And with tech, there is a solution to this, right? And the solution is just one thing. Think about it. अभी हम sloganeering कर रहे हैं One India, One Election. कर रहे हैं ना?
Yeah.
One India, One Education. बाद में करना One Election.
Correct.
One India, One Medical, at least in terms of access. I think we are doing that through the Prime Minister's Yojana. We are doing that as well.
Getting there.
Every Indian has access to, I think, 5 lakhs or something of that. So beautiful, right? अलग बात है डॉक्टर्स नहीं है हमारे पास, वो भी बन जाएंगे. You know, we are in the right trajectory. One India, One Education. Period. Your bacha, my bacha, that farmer's bacha, whoever it is, they should have access to the same education.
So
उसके बाद उनके ऊपर है. Outcome, output उनके ऊपर है.
we have to give them opportunities.
Opportunity दो देना.
How they exploit them.
How they exploit is. And it's not very expensive. I'll tell you what. China has shown it. Today, China is one education. You could be Shanghai, Chongqing, somewhere else, lower strata, upper strata, same education. Better schools. Outcome is the same.
Yeah.
हाँ तो 20 boards हैं, यूनियन टेरिटरीज एंड स्टेट्स को मिला के उतने स्टेट बोर्ड्स हैं, देन मल्टी लेयर
complexities.
होता क्या था, एंड दिस इज जस्ट माय थियरी. व्हिच स्कूल वर यू इन?
Frank Anthony School.
फ्रैंक, आई वाज इन डॉन बॉस्कोस. मिशन लेड, मिशनरी लेड,
Missionaries.
एम आई राइट? मिशनरीज सेम. उसमें आप जैसे थे जिनके पास पैसा था, उसमें मेरे जैसे भी थे जिनके पास पैसा नहीं था, लेकिन साथ में थे ना.
पैसा बाद में है, हम आपके जैसे थे.
लेकिन किसी और के पास पैसा होगा,
जी.
है ना. लेकिन मिशनरी स्कूल में सब थे. Once you come inside, everyone is the same, right? You may still have their vellums and, you know, those top 10 always existed. उसको निकाल दो. Largely इंडिया में की बात कर रहा हूँ. आज वो नहीं है. आज IB है. IB में भी 5 lakhs per annum भी है, 20 lakhs per annum भी है.
Yeah.
ICSE है, CBSE है. CBSE में भी 10,000 rupees per annum है, 10 lakh rupees per annum भी है. So इतनी stratification हो गई है. What used to happen was we were in a heterogeneous environment. आप भी थे, मैं भी था, एक फार्मर का लड़का भी था. आउटपुट एनवायरनमेंट सेम था सबके लिए. आज वो stratification हो गया.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm in IB, when I look on my left, can afford. When I look on my right, can afford. 100% who cannot afford cannot be in IB.
Yeah. Sure.
Right? But take the Vellum instance. They have the Alumni Association ensures that 20% is CSR.
Correct.
So people who cannot afford are part of that. Missionary schools still exist. आप भी हो उसमें, मैं भी. St. Mary's, Pune.
Mhm.
If I'm not mistaken, the prominent family of Pune, their बच्चास go to St. Mary's. 20 या 30,000 annual fee है और रिक्शा वाले का भी जा रहा है. तो गेट के अंदर एवरीवन इज सेम. गेट के बाहर आपकी रोल्स रॉयस वेट कर रही होगी. गेट के अंदर है. दोज स्टिल एग्जिस्ट. बट स्ट्रेटिफिकेशन एजुकेशन में होगा. नहीं होना चाहिए.
Absolutely.
नहीं होना चाहिए.
We're together on that.
Of course, if you can afford, go ahead and afford. Affordability बात ही नहीं कर रहा. लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड कर दो. तो इंडिया को भी 100 साल और करना है ना. लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड कर दो. हमारे बच्चों को बड़ा बनने दो. एक बार $20 trillion हो जाए फिर बात करना. सबको opportunity दे दो. So that's, and it's not poetry. Can happen. There are countries which have made this happen.
Absolutely.
And that's the only thing which I'm trying to do in my own little way. और मैंने बताओ कोई मैंने इतनी डेंट नहीं किया आज तक. ट्राई कर रहा हूँ.
डेंट की बात करें तो एक मैं मैसेज अपने सारे स्टाफ को देता हूँ, and we are walking that talk. Each one of you do a simple bending exercise at least once in a day. Bend your back, bend your ego, pick up any piece of garbage and put it in the bin.
क्या बात है?
At least once a day.
Your ego.
Whether you're the vice president of the company or bottom of the ladder or my 3-year-old granddaughter, you all have to do it. Your soul, your conscience will feel so good about doing something for which nobody's appreciating. Your salary or business profits are not going up, but you feel so good about it.
We can, the best thing in life is free.
And because you're going to start to enjoy this thing that's coming for free, you'll not stop at once a day.
True.
Like me, you'll do it 50 to 100 times in a day. And then I don't tell people Swachh Karma Lakelands, Swachh Bharat, the whole world. So we're talking a lot about this, bend your back, bend your ego at least once a day.
I'm going to borrow that. Is that okay? If I borrow that, bend your back, bend your ego once a day.
Because you don't tell yourself, I didn't throw this litter, why should I pick it?
Correct. So
my mother earth has been abused, humiliated, soiled.
Civic
I am
sense
going to take corrective action.
National pride है, civic sense है, from that perspective.
हम patriotism and pride को एक साथ लेके चलें.
Intersection of it. So right. Before we move on to the last segment, Ashwini, and we'll talk about that 6 feet down under in that segment. At this stage in your life, this whole luxury development, eco-conscious development of Shobha, right? I think why Shobha is because of the fact that your values and his values matched.
Yes.
इसलिए हुआ है, right? But there must be a longer vision, right? What is that?
What we created in this 270 acres of Karma Lakelands was supposed to be, and it is, how do you scale it up? Before planting trees, if you planted trees in people's minds, responsible living in people's minds, then these are very influential, prosperous, financially sound people, a lot of them, who are buying 7 to 12 crore worth of apartments. They could be industry captains, leaders, CEOs. Now, they have their own areas of influence. If they live in a community where you are using recycled water, you have the maximum greenery, birds, bees, butterflies, bugs, 5 forest zones, you're segregating your garbage not simply into dry and wet, but your kitchen waste, the wet part, also is your fruit and vegetable peels separated, your citrus skins going into making bioenzymes, for example, and eggshells going straight to the nursery because the nursery needs that for nutrition of certain plants. Now, these are things that are already happening by the 5 restaurants and 25 residents here at Karma. There's 100+ staff living on campus doing it already. So when Shobha Aranya residents move in there and they do this, they will take it to their factories, to teams they lead, because they are going to be industry captains, CEOs and all. So the nomenclature, conscious community under creation.
So you want to have luxury, go ahead, stay wherever you want. You want to have conscious living and amidst this biodiversity, most welcome, but come with that mindset.
With that mindset, comply.
Yeah.
And then
be in
start to enjoy it and
take it back and spread it.
Now there's this company which has 7 automotive factories countrywide. The leadership team came for a conference to Karma Lakelands. Me and Dicky, our environmental sustainability director, took them for an eco tour of the place. By the time they left with the commitment that the Devarkar forest, a sacred 5x5 plantation forest we've done. Tens of thousands of trees there already. Prosperous, recycled water, symbiotic relationships. Symbiotic how? There's a 550 apartment building, common boundary with us. Every time somebody in that building goes to the toilet, our trees are smiling. Food is on the way. Recycled water from them goes into irrigation here. The trees then say thank you. Oxygen is on the way back. So this is a beautiful symbiotic relationship. This company, conference people saw all the symbiotic relationships, the forests. Today, that company's Bhopal factory has a forest of 55,000 trees and a 5-acre natural water lake.
Okay, so we pretty much the multiplier effect that you're talking about.
Exactly, whether it's our hotel residents or conference visitors, the Shobha Aranya future residents.
It's essentially what you're saying is, here I've created a biodiversity park. Come, live, play, enjoy, participate, take the learnings, build, scale, proliferate.
Multiple.
Wherever else you go.
Like, no on campus. The guard responds to sight, not sound. If you honk, he'll take more time responding to you. So, the 7 words that are very sacred to me are what? Clean, green, serene, responsible. Sights, sounds and smells. These are the 7
और
words.
ये सब फ्री में आता है. मैं फिर कह रहा हूँ. Best things in life is free.
आप साइट साउंड स्मेल्स को ठीक रखोगे, आप अपने आप एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट हो.
True.
एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट साइट को ठीक रखता है, कूड़ा नहीं फेंकता है, हरा भरा बनाता है.
और इसको ज़्यादा सोचने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. The other side of the conversation is, you know what, India is still a poor country. यार. मतलब developing, ascending economy, कुछ भी कह लो आप. जहाँ 80 crore people, 800 million people को रोटी, कपड़ा, मकान, मक्खन के ऊपर मिलता नहीं है कुछ. उनको क्या ही आदमी सिखाए about environment. But it's not about that. Don't honk. Just put the trash in that so that it can go into compost. इसमें ये civic sense है. और in these small things is environment.
In India, you'd see trash around the trash bins, not inside the trash bins.
मतलब उसमें क्या चाहिए वो
Let's-
आपको रिच हो क्या लेना देना. civic sense है.
Civic sense is, or the compromise of it, is not a prerogative of the rich or poor.
But you're so right. You take Indore, you take Surat, right? It's a bloody clean city, like clean as any clean could be. Take Chandigarh. I love every time I go to that place. I just love the vibe, right? वही Indians, वही लोग, वहाँ भी middle class, हमारे farmer भाई बहन, the rich people, whoever are there. How come Indore is clean? How come Surat is clean?
Across the society, everybody is rich.
Sikkim में चले जाओ. My God, unbelievable. That place is unbelievable.
Chemicals in there.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like it's a typical Indian city or it's in India. It's beautiful. Same Indians. And so I think it's there in us. Sustainability is nothing to do with rich or poor. It's a mindset.
It's a mindset. Whether you're living consciously or you're living compulsively.
So right. So right. Ashwani, before we head to, of course, the Disha room and everything, when in life you have seen so much and now you're 64, right? And may God bless you with another 20, 30, 40, 50 years, God knows how long. What's left in you more to give now? You have done so much. What's left more?
Just scaling up what I've done already, I know best. So I'm just going to keep scaling up to the best of my abilities. I'm no longer target driven. I'm relentlessly at work scaling up. That's my motto, and that's
finite possibilities जो आपके रहे हो, कोई finiteness नहीं है.
Like I paraphrased it earlier, greening like charity begins at home but should not end there. Where should it end? Am Brahmasmi. So once again, I started simply greening like charity begins at home but should not end there. Where should it end? Am Brahmasmi. The whole universe is my target to green up. I started from home. Let's see how far I got, how far I can
And you
go.
don't have to do it. I am a much more conscious person after this conversation today. Millions would be after that conscious. It's just that little spark. It's just that little spark that what you have laid out. Mother Teresa would have touched, let's say, 10,000 human beings physically. But Mother Teresa touched the whole humanity
Yes.
through that story. And that's the story, Ashwini, that you are building. Now, before we go to the place where both you and me are going to be put to rest, if there was a tombstone on top of where we will be resting, what do you think your tombstone an outsider will write, and what the same tombstone, what will your family members write?
One thing, by now you know that I've expressed that I'll be buried
Yeah,
because no combustion's happening.
correct.
Also, the very piece of earth where I'll go under should not get deprived from future generations from usage. So if I put a concrete tombstone, I'm taking it away
Got it.
from future use. I wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
However,
Point taken.
symbolically speaking,
Kanji.
here lies a man who lived responsibly and did the best he can to not be a burden on the Mother Earth, on the planet, and give back more than what he got. He may not have
The
succeeded.
people who you have touched would write. What would your family members write? Symbolically.
I often, when I sit in meditation, I get into tears. Just thinking people who touched me and who I touched, they'll miss me a lot because I was very soft the way I conducted my life. I walked very softly on the planet, just responsibly. And I meant good to everybody. Even today, all the staff, first thing, especially in the morning, the way we warmly fold hands and greet them, I just don't simply nod my head in acceptance of a greeting or just ignore because I'm too racist. So the love that I give to them, I already see 200% coming back. Golfers, random golfers come back to me. They say that there are 2 super prime branded golf courses in the Gurgaon region where Karma Lakelands also is. And I heard more than one person come up with stuff like 3 words used. Arrogant for one of them, indifferent for another, warm. So we don't take names, but these are the kind of comparisons the 3 golf courses in the NCR region compared get called. So why I say this is because I've lived responsibly and in a very simple way. No showing off business, no over the top living. I prayed to God very many years ago, even if I'd be able to afford one day to buy a plane or a helicopter, I would never do that because I want to walk responsibly on the planet.
And easily you can do that even today.
We'll not comment on it. There was a podcast where I was asked, Mr. Khurana, I think I'm sitting with a billionaire. Shall we say yes? I said, listen, let's put it this way. The way my business life is unfolding as of now, before I leave the planet, I might be a billionaire. But that never was my target. That never will be.
I know. And I've known you for far many years right now. We've had ping conversations. You've been, of course, to ISH. And if I had to tell your story, genuinely, even from this podcast or perhaps at a later date, I would say multiple things. I would say you were unapologetic. You were unapologetic about the fact that who you are and where you come from. You lived your life through, of course, its turmoils, but softly, kindly. But eventually, Ashwani Khurana, the man behind the trees in India. And if there is a tree out there, and if through such conversations, and of course, decades of work that you have done with so many other foundations, every time there is a tree, history would remember you through your trees. The oxygen, the conscious living, you through your daily living which you espouse. I think that's for the generations to see. So firstly, thank you for walking on this beautiful earth. They don't make people like you. बहुत कम ही होते हैं ऐसे. हम जैसे लोग तो लाइफ भर स्ट्रगल ही करते रहते हैं. But you made some deep impact. You're making that deep impact. And genuinely, Ashwani, I can only wish you God's choicest blessings. Always. Thank you so much.
Kunal, there was a period of 10 years that the clubhouse, that is a bustling place full of energy, thousands of footfalls a day, 10 solid years, this was sitting as a bare shell.
Okay.
It had a huge jinx. The architects would sometimes change, architecture would change, contractors would change. At some point, even ownership changed. I sold it to somebody, then bought it back 2 years later. The place was a simple, unplastered brick structure not moving. Till I came across the concept of Avigna Yantra.
Avigna Yantra.
An obstacle removing instrument consecrated by Sadhguru, my spiritual master. Come, I'll take you and show you the Isha room where we have the Avigna Yantra. Ever since this feminine energy, Devi, Avigna Yantra, arrived, we restarted work on the club and magic happened.
Wow.
Today, Karma Lakelands, in terms of energy, in terms of business numbers, 10, 20,000 crore project, people, the joy we spread, we give lots of credit to Devi that we're going to visit in the Isha room.
Absolute pleasure. Please, let's go.